What's going on, AltCoin Buzz Army? This is Adam with AltCoin Buzz. Now, I know a few thoughts you must be thinking, right? 1, who the heck is this guy? 2, where the heck is Jeff? And 3, is this title clickbait? Because if it is, I'm going to be pretty freaking annoyed. You know what? I wouldn't blame you. But first off, you shouldn't know me. This is my first video with AltCoin Buzz. Secondly, I don't blame you for wanting it to be Jeff. Jeff is the reason I started following AltCoin Buzz and is a big reason why I've gotten as far as I have in cryptocurrency, because he's given myself, and I believe a lot of you, confidence and knowledge to make intelligent decisions, and he did that on his own accord and with his own time. So it is my goal to bring value and to keep that going, to keep bringing value and momentum to everyone else so you can get better and better at this. 3, is this title clickbait? No, this title is not clickbait. I'm going to show you how I have set up different cryptocurrencies so that I actually receive rewards from them, right? Passive income and rewards, for the sake of this video, is synonymous. You're not going to see passive income in the white paper, right? They refer to it as rewards. More or less, it has the same principle, right? However you want to look at it. But one thing I want to emphasize here is that I know it's easy to look at the market. You know, it can be both exciting and depressing to look at your portfolio, but I want you to look at these cryptocurrencies not just as investments. I want you to look at them, you know, think of it like a YouTube channel, right? It is not enough to have a video and upload it. If you want the YouTube channel to grow, you need interaction, you need likes, you need subscribers, you need comments, you need views, right? For your cryptocurrency investments, these are projects, and all these projects are built on networks, and these networks need interaction. And the more the network is used, the stronger the network gets, the bigger it gets, right? That's one of the beautiful things about Bitcoin, is that the more it is used, the more secure it gets, right? It's not enough just to make one and then just have it sit there, you know, and have people invest money and then sell and invest. You know, I know that people like to play that game. It's not the game I want to play. I want these things to do well. In order for them to do well, I know I can contribute, which is why they're so different than stocks in this sense, is that you can actually go on and do things with it, and it is interacting and helping the network of why you get rewarded from it, right? So the first one we're going to talk about is staking. Staking more or less is just the act of keeping crypto in a wallet and keeping it connected to the network, right? It helps push the network. I'm starting with this one for my first video because it's the easiest one to do. All you do is transfer that cryptocurrency into its respective wallet and make sure it's connected to the network, and that is it, right? This does not require you to be tech savvy. You don't have to have a degree or work in IT or anything like that. It is extremely simple. I think it's simpler than working with a lot of these exchanges and the headaches that those things can bring, right? So for these projects, right, I'm going to talk about any of these videos where I'm talking about these passive income. I'm going to talk about the cryptos that I've actually touched. I want to talk about the things I've actually done. I'll even show you some of my numbers, right? Because I don't just want to read off a paper or a digital PDF, more or less, or just read from the white paper and tell you what, you know, it's theoretically about. I want to show you actually what I'm doing, right? So I'm not just trying to push my projects. I am actually trying to give you real world examples, right? And the first one I started with was Social Send. Now, Social Send, if you don't know about it, basically they're trying to lead the way in making a platform so you can easily send cryptocurrency over social media and through email. Right, so one reason that was attractive to me is because it would bring a huge convenience, right? Because if we want mass adoption with cryptocurrency, it has to be convenient. That's just, especially in, you know, I'm from the United States, so in a country like where I'm from, where most things in life are really convenient, right? If we want people to change behaviors, if we want this to seem enticing, right, it has to be as convenient as it is now. And having a platform that allows you to quickly send over where their attention already is an amazing idea, right? It pretty much has to happen. So that's what attracted me to it in the first place, right? So I invested in it probably back in December or so, like early December, and going through the white paper, coming back here, white paper easily found right there on the front of their webpage, right? And this is how I went through, because when I invested in this, I kind of knew about staking and masternodes and mining, right? But I hadn't partook in anything. So then as I was coming down here and I was reading the white paper, right? Staking, aka minting. Now, minting is just a common phrase used in staking, right? You get the minting is the reward, more or less, like you're minting coins, right? But is the concept of rewarding send holders who support the network by keeping their wallets connected to the network. All right, so as I was reading this and I hadn't done anything yet, I was like, it seems pretty simple, right? It's pretty straightforward. The minimum number of coins for staking is 1. Okay, so I only have to have 1 send, keep it to the network, and I get rewarded. Okay, so it enticed me enough to try it, right? So for step 1 in my mind, obviously, was to download the wallet. Didn't have the wallet yet. Plus, I was researching, trying to figure out which wallet to use because, you know, I do keep some on exchanges, but I try not to. I just realized this graphic was interactive. Sorry, squirrel. And so, if you wanted to get a wallet, downloads, right? They make it nice and simple. Downloads, and then you choose whichever operating system that you use. I use Windows, so went ahead and downloaded that one. And we've got all sorts of stuff up right now. And boom. All right, so this is my wallet, right? This is what it'll look like. Obviously, you can see my numbers. I'm not too concerned. But this is what the desktop wallet looks like. Nice and plain and simple, right? So what you'll need to do is just transfer send to this wallet, right? And all you have to do with that is come up here to File and Receiving Addresses. And it'll pop up with your addresses. And that's the send address you'd put in the exchange or in any other wallet that you may have, right? So obviously you would need to trade for your respective cryptocurrency. I had to trade for Social Send. Well, at the time of this, I already had invested, but you know, I had to trade my Bitcoin for Social Send in order to do that. Then I just sent it to the wallet, right? As we come back up here, this is a screenshot. So I had to screenshot it from my other laptop because that's where I was actually staking Send. And this is just a sample of the rewards I was getting. Right, so at the time I had about 6,000 Send, give or take, and this is how I was getting rewarded. Right, I was getting 6.799 blah blah Send, right, and every time I get rewarded, and as you can see, I was getting multiple times a day. Got 3 on one day right here and right here. Right, so this is the reward or passive income part. Is that just by keeping my 6,000-ish Send connected to the network via this wallet, I was getting rewarded from it. I was gaining, right? Didn't matter what the market was doing. It didn't matter if it Send was high or low. I'm getting rewards because you're pushing the network, because no matter what the market caps are, right, in order for these to grow, they need to continually be used, right? And the reward system for staking, right, staking in general, is based on how much you have invested. So the more you have invested, the more rewards you get. For Social Send specifically, right, how much I'm making on each time it gets minted is the same, right? And it doesn't matter how much you hold, this is the same. The variable that changes is the frequency. So the more you have, the more frequently you get paid out, right? And this is a little, obviously, this is probably about a month old from the time I made this video. And that's because I switched from staking to doing a masternode with my Send. So I did something a little different. So no longer staking this coin, no longer staking it because I'm doing something different with it. That's for another video. But I also want to show you this, right? And this is also kind of where I went to. So this is Social Send's reward system, right? And they have what they call a seesaw mechanism. But over time, as you can see, so this is the wallet rewards is the staking. This is what we're talking about. And the masternodes. And over time, this is eventually going to go down on the wallets. It's going to go to 50%. So the reason I share this right now is because if you decide to start staking this one specifically, this number may be a little bit lower because it'll eventually get a balance out between the two, right? And that was it. You know, that is all it took for me to start staking, start getting rewards, right? So a lot of you may be vested in cryptocurrencies that offer this and you just don't know, right? Which also made me curious. So I came over here. I was trying to find a good source. This is proofofstakelist.org. That's what the POS stands for. And this has a full, I don't know if it's a complete list of all the current cryptocurrencies. I'm not sure how they organize or how cryptocurrencies get themselves on this site. This is just one of the most organized ones and had the biggest list that I found. Right, and you'll see some other ones on here. Redcoin that you might be familiar with, Stratus, a lot of cryptos on here that I was not familiar with. They have 80 total entries. But this is how you can go on and view these things, right? They kind of like CoinMarketCap for proof of stake coins. And you can come on here and research, right? And one reason I even got started with Social Send was because of how easy it was, right? They had the white paper with a simple breakdown in the white paper, right? They had easy downloads, and then they do have a good community, right? And it's those things that made it simple. And your project, if they don't make it simple, they're doing themselves a disservice and doing you a disservice, because it should be that simple, especially for staking. If you're coming over here, I'm going to introduce you also to Discord, right? Because if you decide to do this passive income route, decide to do the rewards, I highly, highly recommend you get on Discord. Even if you don't, I do recommend it, but it's almost a necessity if you want to get started with this, right? Because over here you'll see the different groups I'm in, right? They have Social Send here, right? And in each group they have channels, right? So if you come in here, look, they have one specifically for staking. And you can come on here and ask questions. And when I first started, I had questions, and the admins in the community helped me, right? And even, you know, you can come in here and he gives you the step-by-step for what you do. You send the coins in the wallet, right? You wait for 10 confirmations. You restart your wallet. Once it hits 155 confirmations, you start getting cryptocurrency, right? And they just made it nice and simple. And that's the way that it should be, right? And no matter what questions you have, and they're going to want to help you. And if they don't want to help you, that's probably not a project that you want to be in, right? Because, you know, you don't want people that are condescending or pompous or anything like that. You want a community. You want it to grow, and that's how it all should be. And Discord's really easy. It's free to sign up, and if you want to join on any cryptocurrency, this is the Discord icon. You just click on that, and then you're immediately in the group. Really simple. I hope this was helpful to you guys. I want to encourage you to start looking at this and start asking questions. You know, put in the comments any ones that you're staking or any thoughts that you may have, because, you know, this is something I really want to break down the walls, and, you know, you can keep gaining even when the market's down and help your project out more than just sitting and waiting, right? You can hodl, and then you can use these rewards, right, for whatever you want. So as I'm coming here, you know, and you're looking at all these gains, you know, what can you do with that? You can save it, right? You can just keep waiting. You can trade it, right? So if you're wanting to get into other cryptos, you could be gaining in one crypto, trading into another as you're gaining. You're not even putting in any money, right? So this is a great thing to do if you don't have a lot of money to put into crypto in general, right? Or of course you can just turn around and sell it, which, you know, obviously probably isn't the best idea given the market right now, but those are your options. You have options, right? So thank you guys for listening. If you haven't already, our YouTube channel, please go ahead and subscribe. You can hit the little bell notification to get notified. I'm going to be making a couple more videos specifically with passive income to talk about the different options. And if you're on Twitter, go ahead and give us a follow. They're always posting everything, tweeting everything that's got going on and keeping up to date. So thanks again, guys. Take care.